The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's McFarland. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. On first down, McFarland. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Right here.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, 26 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're on the dime. Mahomes going to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Johnson on the return. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a run with McFarland. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now they set up a screen for McFarland. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, McFarland. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there. And now it's 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Eluding the pressure right. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's McFarland. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill, and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 60 yards. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Escaping the pressure right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run here with McFarland. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mahomes to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. On first down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The Lions move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Mahomes to throw once more. Flushed out right. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marking off yardage against them.
On first down, it's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the 22, Mahomes. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Stephon Tuitt. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing now is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, They spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And this is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards the final tally. Running with McFarland. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
They run it again with Williams. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
He was looking for Watkins that time, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, for the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we can put some points up and have a little momentum going. They got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, this will be McFarland. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. 7 yards the pickup there.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. If you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Check, check, lucky, lucky, lucky. Check, 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 check. Check, nickel, nickel, nickel.
Again, McFarland. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Ben leads to counter on the draw. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
50, 44, 56, check, 56,
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab as his guys are able to regain the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes now on first down. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 16 more on that one and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this wild card game, folks, it has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the fourth, so they know they need at least 3 on this incredibly critical drive as they start out 1st and 10. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Now they set up a screen for McFarland. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. McFarland once more. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Buying time to his left. And his pass incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Ready? Like 80, 50. Got you pump. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll run on first down. McFarland. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one to McFarland out of the backfield. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up. Are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Caught left side, Williams.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First throw of overtime for Mahomes. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
11 yards there, just like last play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First throw in overtime now for Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On the handoff, it's McFarland. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They run with Calais. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they...
And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller,